Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow now. Let's get started. Dominik Mysterio takes major dig at Roman Reigns and the Bloodline following WWE SmackDown. WWE superstar and Judgment Day member Dominik Mysterio recently took to social media to take a major shot at Roman Reigns and the Bloodline following the latest edition of Friday Night SmackDown. Paul Heyman finally returned to television on this week's episode of The Blue Brand. On last week's SmackDown, Solo Sikoa revealed Bronson Reed as the fifth member of his team for Survivor Series War Games. It seemed like no one wanted to join Roman Reigns' OG Bloodline until Paul Heyman came to his tribal chief's rescue. The Wiseman finally returned to WWE television this week to a huge pop and introduced CM Punk as OG Bloodline's fifth member for War Games. Following the latest episode of SmackDown, Dominik Mysterio took to his Instagram stories to upload a photo of a fan sign that said, "Dom is our tribal chief." Although Dirty Dom did not add anything further, he seemingly took a massive shot at Roman Reigns and the Bloodline by uploading this fan sign, referencing himself as the tribal chief. During a recent edition of the Not Some Wrestling podcast, the WWE personality Sam Roberts said that he believed the company's decision to add CM Punk to Roman Reigns' Survivor Series team was just a way to plant the seeds for their future feud. The WWE Universe was left buzzing following an electric episode of Friday Night SmackDown, where Dominik Mysterio, the reigning NXT North American champion, delivered a scathing promo targeting Roman Reigns and the Bloodline. In a shocking turn, Dominik, who has built a reputation as one of the most polarizing superstars in WWE, took the mic and unleashed verbal barbs that sent shockwaves through the locker room. His words not only ignited a potential feud, but also underscored his evolution from a shadowed legacy performer to a spotlight-dominating provocateur. Dominik Mysterio's rise to prominence over the past year has been nothing short of remarkable. Initially viewed as Rey Mysterio's inexperienced son, Dominik broke out of his father's shadow when he joined the Judgment Day. Under the mentorship of Rhea Ripley, Finn Balor, and Damian Priest, Dominik transformed into one of the most hated heels in the industry. His arrogant demeanor and underhanded tactics drew nuclear heat from the audience, but it was this transformation that also gave him the confidence to go toe-to-toe with WWE's biggest names. On SmackDown, Dominik's swagger was palpable. Fresh off a title defense on NXT earlier in the week, he strutted into the ring flanked by his Judgment Day allies. The crowd's boos were deafening, but Dominik relished the moment, smirking as he prepared to address Roman Reigns and the Bloodline. The promo came after Roman Reigns made his long-awaited return to SmackDown. Reigns, still clutching the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, delivered a monologue about his dominance in WWE and how the Bloodline remained the most formidable faction in wrestling history. While Reigns' words resonated with his fans, they also struck a nerve with Dominik, who viewed them as a direct challenge to the Judgment Day's growing dominance across all brands. Dominik's response wasn't immediate. He bided his time, letting Reigns bask in his self-proclaimed glory. But when Dominik finally grabbed the microphone later in the night, it was clear he intended to steal the spotlight. Standing in the center of the ring, Dominik began by mocking Reigns' long-winded promo. "Roman, we get it," Dominik sneered. "You're the head of the table, the tribal chief, blah blah blah. But let me ask you something. How's your family doing these days? Last time I checked, your cousins couldn't even stick around long enough to keep the Bloodline from crumbling." The crowd erupted in a mixture of boos and gasps, shocked by Dominik's audacity to target Reigns' fractured relationship with the Usos. He continued, doubling down on the insult. "You stand there like you're untouchable, but all I see is a man clinging to a legacy that's falling apart. Meanwhile, I've done something you haven't. I've made every brand in WWE my playground. You're too scared to leave SmackDown. But I've dominated Raw, NXT, and even your precious show. Who's the real face of WWE now?